day, everyone. This is Grum Grum. Welcome to my channel. Please join me in this video and let us learn more about my new plant. My new plant is Gasteria Plant. It is also known as ox tongue because of its long leaves and rough texture. This aloe-like succulent has a fleshy leaves covered with small white dots. Gasteria have long leaves that are spikeless. They are grown as houseplants, adaptable to different locations around the house. Mature Gasteria plant produce tubular, curved flowers. The flowers dangle from a thin stem and are shaped like a stomach. Bright and indirect light is a good spot for Gasteria to initiate flowering. Since Gasteria stands out because of its distinctive appearance, I start to propagate this plant to share with friends. The most reliable method of propagating Gasteria is through the suckers. These suckers are tiny succulents that grow around the adult plants. I gently separated the suckers from the parent plant and made sure not to damage the roots. Use a pot with a lot of drainage. Fill the bottom third of the pot with a wet, well-draining potting soil. Position the sucker in the middle of the pot. Cover it with a wet, well-draining potting soil. Then gently press the soil around the sucker. I do my propagation of my Gasteria plant in early spring. Mild soil temperature at this time allows roots to establish. Planting these suckers is the quickest way to grow a healthy plant. Since I used a wet, well-draining potting soil, I will wait for a few days before watering. This will allow the roots to adjust to their new space. Water the plant when the soil is completely dry so the plant begin to grow again. Another way of propagating Gasteria is through leaf cuttings. Choose a mature leaf for best results. Wait for the leaf to callus before transplanting. Fill the bottom third of the pot with a wet, well-draining potting soil. Position the leaf cutting in the middle of the pot. Then cover the leaf cutting with a wet, well-draining potting soil. Since I used a wet, well-draining potting soil, I will wait for a few days before watering. Moist soil but not soggy will allow roots to grow. Then water the plant again when the soil is completely dry. After 4 weeks, the Gasteria leaf started rooting. I used small containers for the plants until they are ready to be transplanted to bigger pots. It is best to wait until the top inch of the soil is completely dry before watering. This newly transplanted plant prefers bright and indirect light. Too much sunshine can make the leaves of these plants to turn red. Gasteria like to be grown in a position that receives plenty of bright and natural light. This change in color is the plant's way to adapt to a change in environment. In order for the plant to return to green color, put back the plant in the shade with a lot of natural sunlight. Give this plant a generous watering in summer. Let the soil completely dry in between waterings. Watering should be focused in the soil, avoiding the plant leaves. Water in the leaves can cause moldy leaves. Bright, natural, and indirect sunlight is a sweet spot for this plant. After 1 month in the shade and generous watering, the red color is fading and the plant will eventually return to green color. There are good reasons why growing Gasteria is a good addition to your space. Aside from their attractive tubular flowers, the flowers attracts nectar feeding birds. As birds fed on nectar, pollen from the flower sticks to their bodies. When they move to another flower, some of the pollen rubs off into the stigma, allowing fertilization to occur. This process creates seeds and produce new generations of plants. Their leaves that are adorned with wart-like bumps are not just unusual, but also display a steady green through every season. It is a low-maintenance plant that does not need attention to flourish. This succulent thrives on neglect, only requiring occasional watering, natural bright and direct sunlight to stay healthy. It is a lifesaver for anyone who is not a green thumb. The succulent is more than decorative. Its additional function to your space is a natural air filter. This plant has the ability to absorb carbon and release oxygen and contributes to a healthier living environment. Thank you very much for watching my video. Please subscribe to my channel, like and share.